Okay, so this is going to be interesting. I'm going to record myself talking absolute rubbish on my way to work. For those that don't know, I work in a bar in Torquay, the RACV, Torquay Resort. Come on down, it'll be fun. I'll make some cocktails, pour a beer, spin a yarn. It'll be a good time. Anyway, so this is going to be a companion piece to what I usually like to write. And this is basically because people have given me feedback on what I've written, and a lot of it is that they like or like they want me to change things here and there, or want me to talk about certain things. But the majority is just like, Zach, I don't have 20 minutes in my day to read this shit. I mean, it's fair. Like the longest one is like 4,000 words. So, uni lecture is not even like reading that. So I understand it. So that's why I'm going to attach this video to my post. Well, these types of videos to my post. Anyway, today what I wanted to talk about on the brief drive to work is a sense of purpose. And this is coming off the backbone of a conversation I had last night with one of my friends. We went out for beers and we got a whole bunch of bao buns and we just sat down and we just span yarns. And we got to talking about purpose, and we were talking about how it's very similar to like Shrek's onion theory, you know, like how he goes, I'm an ogre. Ogres have layers. That was a shock at Shrek, but you get the point. Purpose is a lot like that. You know, like when we go through our life, we have different moments where we're just like, fuck, I'm so clear. My brain is like so rock solid right now. I have found my purpose. You know, like when I was 16, I thought that my purpose in life was to play Call of Duty. And like, that's just not true. But like in that moment, it was very true. And it wasn't until that I got pretty bored with it, and I don't know, I got pretty good. One of my mates and I, we were top 500 in like one of the game modes on Call of Duty. He was fucking good. He was like top 50, but nowhere near good enough to be going out and getting the cash money that a lot of people do get playing these games. So after a while, when you go through these like superficial purpose layers, like the very top layer of the onion, you kind of like get sick of it, and you've played it out a bit, and then you peel it back, and then in that like in between like you peeling it back and then seeing the next layer, the next purpose, there's like a bit of a lull where you're thinking, fuck, you know, like I'm not really going anywhere. You know, I was 16 at the time, 17. I'm like, geez, I don't really want to study. I don't really want to do this. I don't want to do that. So then I moved on, and like after school, I went and ski instructed. And while I was ski instructing, I enjoyed that so much. I was like, fuck, you know, this is my purpose. You know, that's the next layer of the onion. And then I stayed there. It was like 4 or 5 months. I stayed there for one ski season, and then I came back and I was like, you know what? Maybe that wasn't my purpose. Exercise science is my purpose. You know, like when I was there, they made us do gym stuff. They made us make sure that we were fit and we were ready to coach and to ski. And I just loved coaching people. So I was like, hey, I like exercise, I like bicep training, and I like coaching. So why not get into exercise science? So that's exactly what I did. And then I started studying it, and I got into strength and conditioning coaching and performance coaching. I did internships. I worked by myself. I read until 1 a.m, all these different training methods, and I soaked up knowledge, and I became a okay coach. You know, like I started to train very talented young men and women, and I enjoyed it, and I still enjoy it. I still do it. But as I continued through that, I did start to get a little bit bored, and I kind of got sidetracked. I started to lose a sense of the purpose that I once had. So the layer of the onion that I was on was like, you know what, there's more depth than what meets the eye. And so I peeled that layer back and I chilled for a bit. And this is actually where I was at the start of the year. I was incredibly depressed and anxious. And it wasn't until I really just sat down with myself and was honest about this whole process. I was like, okay, well maybe I'm just ready for a new layer. You know, I've gone through being a Call of Duty superstar, and then a ski instructor, and then a coach. I tried to be an athlete at one point too. You know, all these different layers. You know, like, I want to get to the deepest sense, you know, what's my real purpose? So I sat down with myself and I meditated for a while, and then I journaled daily, and I stopped all distractions. I stopped playing PlayStation too much. I stopped watching too much Netflix. I started going on hikes by myself. I started doing all this stuff by myself where it would force me to think. And then I realized that all of the previous purposes that I had were linked in some sort of way, you know, like, besides maybe Call of Duty. That was just a fun teenage thing to do. But like, when I was at my best, when I'm at my peak, I'm coaching, I'm teaching, or I'm studying the human form in some way to make the human person, a human, better. You know, when I was a ski instructor, that's what I did. I was meticulous about it. You know, like, I wasn't meticulous about my own performance as a ski instructor, and that's why I couldn't make it further. I couldn't make it to the level 2. But when it came to my coaching of the people that I was coaching, I studied them like a book, you know. And then when I became a coach, like, that's exactly what I did. And I still do. You know, I stay up very late at night and wake up very early, just thinking about how I can make small tweaks in my athletes' training so that they can just get that little bit extra out of it. You know, like, you can only do that if you are driven by purpose. But like I said, it got a little bit monotonous. You know, I got sick of it, so I had to dive in a little bit more. You know, and it wasn't until then that I realized, hey, maybe it's not the process of being meticulous, it's just human performance, full stop. You know, it's coaching, it's speaking, it's understanding humans, psychology, philosophy. You know, maybe that's my next level. So that's the level of the onion I'm at the moment. You know, and some people, they might go through all these different levels, you know, and some people they might still stay on that superficial level and never get any deeper. You know, like, they'll die staying on that very edge of the onion, never getting to that middle seed that makes you cry when you crunch it, you know. And that's depressing to me, because a lot of people, they don't realize their potential because they don't realize what their true purpose or their true calling in life was. You know, I believe mine is directed towards speaking or coaching, or you know, being around people and influencing people. Another person's might be to, you know, be the best pastry chef, or the best educator, or like the best beer brewer. You know, it doesn't matter what your purpose is, but you need to find it. You need to dig through the layers until you get to that seed in the middle, that onion middle that'll make you cry, you know, because, like, you found it. You found that fulfillment, you know. I don't know. That's just the theory, and that's good enough for this first installment. Peace.